We got our guest, Honor. She's out there crying like she hasn't been in here in forever. Meow. Now you want to leave? Anyways, so what I have here, this, if you see this, I don't know what that means either. This is a laptop that I bought. It was brand new when I bought it from Amazon. And it was, I think it was like $180. It comes preloaded with Windows 11. And that's the charger. That thing sticking out of the, this. It comes with this charger. So you can tell that it is not a name brand, but it was meant to be just a budget laptop that I bought for a child that he was just going to download a bunch of crap on, so he didn't have to use his mom's brand new laptop I bought her that she uses for work, because he was bogging her crap down pretty bad when he's a pain in the butt. And you can see how well he takes care of these things, but he stopped using it pretty quick, and I had a feeling I might know why. And I think it's because it's a piece of crap. What? You just came in here to make sure that we still wanted you to come in, and now you want to leave? Little winterhead, you little kitty. When are your babies gonna come? They'll probably like us better. You're a psycho. Okay. Go. Crazy. What, do you gotta take a dump? Anyways, now that weirdo has stopped being such a weirdo. Alright, so what we have in here, maybe we can figure out how to, okay, yeah, that's less seizure-atic. So this is the system, right? It's got an Intel Celeron, and so if we look right here, right there, that is the problem. Now, when I bought this, which we can get a hint, okay, yeah, so this was installed on this machine on February 21st of last year. I bought this for his birthday, and when I bought it, I was not somebody who's aware of what any of this right here at all means. But that is something that you would get in like a Chromebook. So naturally, even just having this background here is making things run very slowly. So you probably want to think about it twice. Here, we'll go into Firefox. Why did it not load Firefox? Okay. Let's rid of that. And then let's open that. Yeah, you could see already that this is running like crap. This kid likes to play Roblox. That's basically like the one thing he likes to do on the computer. No, he does not just have free reign. He can't just meet whoever he wants. We're able to access his stuff, obviously. The problem is he's not even able to access his stuff because you can't even use this damn thing. So I think you guys know where this is headed. Oh, look, he's got a new guy. It's actually loading a little faster now. Wow. It's not even able to play this ad properly. Imagine trying to load this on Microsoft Edge. You know what's sad about this? Is that even if I
Leo, buy one, get one snacks means maximizing
wanted to load like a regular like Linux distro on here, it probably wouldn't work. I'm probably only able to put something like XFCE at the very best. I probably have to use something like Anti-X.
Smartphone has been touted as the most ultra of all.
It's already having trouble loading at 720p.
Smartphone, if you will. And if I'm
Let's just see what the hell happens. No wonder he's missing a button on the keyboard.
If I'm reading the spec sheet right, it seems as if
I can't believe it's actually playing it.
Apple that Apple might get kind of mad about sensor shift. But we'll get to that more in a second.
Let's see. So right here you could see that it's an entry-level dual core 2-core processor that is designed for Chromebooks. And if I would have just, yeah, that's a lie right there. If I would have just thought about this and done a little more research, which I'm not somebody who's very good at doing that before it's too late, I would have known that what I bought was an overpriced Chromebook with more storage in it, and more RAM than some of the lower end ones, I guess. But I guess the RAM doesn't really matter if this fucking CPU can't even process it, right? So what we're gonna do is, I don't want to learn about shit. We're gonna shut this thing off. We're gonna look at the UI. It's got a headphone jack, a micro SD card slot, one USB port. I don't even know if it's 3.0. On this side we've got a mini HDMI, the charger, that circular, and then another USB port. And this charger is literally, I have like a couple universal laptop charging kits. This thing, there's none in there that in any of them that fit in this fucking little ass laptop hole. So we're gonna get this plugged in here. We're gonna figure out if we can't. All right, we're gonna see if we can't figure out how to boot into a boot mode. See what kind of BIOS this looks like in here. Please wait. That looks like we got it right. Yeah, that's a long time to take to get to a boot menu. Man, this was a dumb buy. It really was. If you're gonna spend like $100-something on a laptop, right? I think this thing was like 140. I could probably try and go into my history. Let me see. Just take the time and look for a good used laptop, because that's basically what this is. I bought an 8. What? basically just bought a laptop with old hardware, brand new, like screen and shit, keyboard and stuff. Okay, there we go. I know I've been using Linux Mint a lot again, but what the hell? I'm trying to find my history. Laptop. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, this is it. This is the thing I bought. I found it. And say if I'd have seen that, well, I did see that. I just didn't know what the hell that meant. I didn't know what 1 gigahertz meant. I didn't know what any of that crap meant. I'd have never bought this. View order details. How much did I spend on this piece of shit? Way too much money. This thing was $200. For $200, I could have bought a used laptop that's like 3 years old, probably, maybe a little more. But yeah, look, I bought this HP. This thing works fine, you know. Now it's $229. I think it's like the same price as it was when I bought it. Let's find out. Yeah, I should have just bought another one of these things. Oh, what I was thinking wasn't. We're in. So we're gonna get some Wi-Fi going. All right, we've got some Wi-Fi. Let's see if this Firefox works any better. And then I'm probably just gonna install this as a partition and leave Windows 11 in here because I don't think that doing anything I'm trying to do here is going to solve the problem of the processor. Maybe I can figure out how to get Wine installed and get Roblox installed for the kid. The browser's moving a lot faster. Probably because there's not a bunch of processes running in the background. The kid does have a lot of stuff but we'll see if it even lets us partition. This is moving much better in Linux. Okay. I had to refresh it, but once I refreshed it, it loaded much quicker. And this ad is playing so much smoother than it was with Windows 11 Prep. We were a little quiet though. Everything seems to work though, so that's good. I imagine there's some funky hardware in here, but it can't be that funky.
This Ultra smartphone has been touted as the most ultra.
We're not even gonna fuck around. We're just gonna do
Ultra, the peak smartphone, if you will. And if I'm reading the spec sheet right, it seems
Oh,
as if Oppo has
definitely
stolen
runs
something from
much
Apple
better.
that Apple might
See if
get
our
mad
specs
about.
say anything different here.
But we'll get to that more in a second. Right out of the box, the Oppo Find X9 Ultra is gorgeous. The back panel has subtle swirls of creamsicle orange with a camera eyelid reminiscent of Pangea. Oppo says that their main
Nope, same
camera
shit.
also has the
320
largest
gig
sensor
hard
ever
drive.
integrated into a smartphone, and we're gonna find out from the inside, voluntarily or involuntarily, if that's true. Inside the Oppo Find X9 Ultra box, we have the 100-watt fast charging brick, a USB-C charging cable, a SIM card.
We're gonna see if we can't install this alongside Windows on this computer, and then I might pop the bottom panel off just to see what this thing looks like on the inside. The trackpad's kind of nice. So come back when it loads. Oh, never mind. Okay. Installer's already a little freaking slow. I wonder how upgradable something like this laptop is. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, what the hell? Okay, it has Windows Boot Manager. So we're gonna split this up about there, like that. That should work. Maybe. Okay. Okay. I like how in Linux it comes up as the EcoBook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Super secure as usual. And then always do the opposite of what I'm doing here. And we're off and running. See how long this shit takes. Starting at 11:52. Update 12:01. We're yonder. So it's about 14 minutes. We're gonna restart it, but the installation went with no errors and anything, so that's good, I guess. Let's wait for it to tell us to remove our stick. Yeah. Squash. What's gonna happen? We've theoretically got Windows 11 and yes, so we still can go to our Windows Boot Manager, but we're going to Linux. And we're in. Took a minute, but we're gonna see. Okay. How many updates? Oh shit. Super secure password. Okay. Alright, we've got the standard 1 gigabyte of shit to install. So we're gonna do that. But yeah, we'll do that, I guess. And then we'll take the bottom cover off and see what it looks like inside. Starting install at 12:08. Hell, downloads at faster speeds than that MacBook did. It was a lot more expensive than that MacBook was. Alright, so we've got everything installed. Let's see. I just want to try something real quick. Where's software manager? Down there. Oh, EcoBook. How long is this thing if I can take to open? Oh, I'm gonna open this thing up real quick. So it's just a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Phillips screws around the perimeter. I don't know if there's any under these feet. Hope not. Okay, this is the last screw, and there's like 3 different size screws, so best to keep an eye on where you're putting them. You don't want to get them all mixed together. I try and just like, I got a longer one where the longer one goes. I got that mid-sized one where that one goes. And then we're just gonna kind of take our pick and slowly shimmy around like yay. And we're in. Wow. Okay, so we've got a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. This board, which has our like ports on one side, it looks like it's just the same thing over here almost. This has the same deal where our like Bluetooth, and I don't think our wireless goes through there. We could turn this into a headless laptop if we wanted to when we're getting ready. I guess I could pop this open, but I just don't want to ruin anything. I could also disconnect this battery. Or I could just risk it. Okay, one. I wonder if we could upgrade that to, what's it called? NVMe? Oh, shit. I think that's heatsink. I think I need to be taking that off. What the hell? Oh, well. Forgot one screw. Okay. Yeah, I ruined that. Oh. Probably should order some of that crap and reapply it, huh? But yeah, this is our speaker, which lines up with our vents, or what do we call it on both sides. That is supposed to be like an air vent, I assume. Obviously that's our SSD, a 256 gigabyte SSD that's now got 2 different operating systems on it. And yeah, pretty bare bones. I mean, talking about the quality of this versus even the quality of like that HP laptop that I tested that Temu fucking SSD in, I would say that thing, obviously it's an HP, you know what I mean? Like, compared to something like this, the quality is very, very obvious. Look at this thing. Even like the Chromebooks that I've had to open up inside, which is not Chromebooks, but Chromebook multiple times. I don't know why I said Chromebooks. That Chromebook is on like leaps and bounds ahead quality of like of what everything looks like inside. Like, I'm not some hardware expert. I'm just a guy tinkering with computers, right? But I can even tell with just a basic, like, bare, like, not even real, but kind of somewhat of a smaller understanding above, like, the average person. Like, the average person, I don't think is willing to pop their laptop open and, like, look inside or buy just cheap computers and try and, like, you know, download Linux. That's why they say 4% of computer users are Linux users. Most people aren't willing to do something like this. So, like, I feel like I have at least that much of a better understanding than the average computer user. And just looking at something like this on the inside, like, you're not getting $200 worth of hardware or, like, you know, product. Like, you should not be buying, why is that there? Sorry. Not be buying a freaking laptop for that cheap and expecting, and just look at what the processor is. because like that's gonna be a good hint at how good that's gonna run. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think. Have you ever cheaped out on something like this and learned the lesson later? Because I have. Right, babe?
Yes.
Don't just agree with me because I said right, babe. Have something of meaning to say.